to Minecraft Realm Randomness Part 4. Last time we left off, we started explaining this world, well, this area of the world and stuff like that. In Part 4, I'm going to go into a bit more detail. If you're wondering why my inventory and everything has changed, it's because some stuff has changed since Part 3. I haven't done the Part 4 video in a while. I'm sorry about that. Either way, all these videos will probably be going live on the channel all at once instead of just an episode ever so often. So, yeah. What I've noticed so far on the videos is the videos are like spotchy at times. I don't know what is causing this. I don't know if it's the internet or the 4K monitor causing it, okay? So, I'm sorry for that. I can't really fix that because I can't take the video and then edit it later. I'd have to record it on the computer off the start with like OBS. And yeah, I don't know how that would go. I also have a new microphone, by the way. So, that should change how the video audio comes out. So, yeah. Last time we left off, we were at the temple, I believe, and I explained the starting of the world in episode 1. So we're going to head back up and show you some of the newest things that have happened since we've played. So this place hasn't changed much, but the kelp has been replanted. That observer up there will detect it and activate all these pistons, by the way. I could not have timed this video better. Why I didn't notice wind's trigger? Wait, is the redstone broken? Hold on. Should have. Oh, there's no repeaters for some reason. We'll fix that later. When the randomness series ends, by the way, I'm just going to do like random videos on stuff we're doing. Like we're just going to straight up record the stuff of me doing the thing. But not much has changed down here. The house has slightly changed. So, as you can see, we now have the paintings again. The paintings have all been removed, but that's why that area was right there. And that's why that was there. And now we have paintings here. The house has been extended this way. I'm planning to build more here. I'm also moving the enchantment room. That's why I had the enchantment table and bookshelves in the table. We're currently on easy mode, I believe, right now with mobs. So let me go to bed real quick. Basically, we've been just working on the project that's been imported into the realm for a while. Not much has changed out here, I believe. I removed some of the achievement for going all the way to the bedrock in the sky achievement. I added flags to most of the house. The pen for the dogs has been removed. That's what this was here. I extended the house out. Now it's even more of a P shape, I guess, or a cube with a little thing off of it. We haven't changed much outside. Now I can think of. Ancient city and thing. I should have gone into flight creative mode so I could fly around. But, hold on, let me go into creative real quick. Just so I can fly around and show you guys. Like this, in here. Only doing this for viewing purposes so it doesn't take so long. Put that back in the inventory. Alright, so, yeah, the castle walls, by the way, did somewhat exist before the cheats were enabled. I built some of the wall. I believe it ended, like, right here, though, originally. Or just after this little farm. Like, aligned with the wall, because at one point, we did have a section of the wall here, so you can see where we dug out the wall, and we were gonna move it or remove it. But yeah, the wall originally was like to here, I believe, or something like that, and then we extended it and then built the bridge for this. All this existed afterwards. None of this existed. This river wasn't even a river. Basically, This entire landscape wasn't here either. None of this was. This is all imported from this server. This was originally the river. The river would go through here, I believe, and connect around to here, and then it would have gone through here, connecting to here, and then it would flow normally. None of this has basically changed, except some of the landscape has. The biome has been changed to plains in certain spots. But eventually we dug this out and dug out a hill and all that. I sat down here eating kelp for a few days for the eating kelp achievement. Uh, in the last video, I was saying sugarcane. No, this was all just bamboo, by the way. We had two or three different versions of a bamboo farm that would basically break the bamboo and it would feed into here. Right now it's off because I don't really need bamboo. I'm cooking up iron ore, which with our fortune pickaxes. Well, this one's not fortune. It's in the shulker here. Um, the village hasn't changed much. This didn't exist at first, and most of this top section exists. It was originally just this first layer and this area, and this is where I got most of my enchantment room and books for villagers in the survival mode, before the cheats were enabled and everything. The nether has been reset multiple times, about 4 times I believe. The end has only been reset 3 times after the default, a bit after that because it glitched, and then the third time was when it was brought back to here was when the realm. This house over here, which you probably didn't see yet, it used to be somebody's house, I believe. I believe it was being built for either Forgetful, which is one of my friends, but not my coworker. My coworker, WC Blue Flame, who you've seen, owns this house, and he plays a lot with me on this. And he built this strange square tower for basically no reason. If you've watched older versions of my YouTube series, you'll have remembered this. This is the Citadel project, which was originally built on Java back in 1.12, I believe. It's been ported over time, but it basically covers an entire Extreme Hills biome, the Extreme Hills mountain biome, so it would basically cover all that. And that was the whole point of the project, was just to build a castle that was just made of walls and stone mostly. And there's a few parts where we've, done work in here, but basically all this was built by hand. So what I mean by hand is it was built like this. We didn't world edit a lot of it. I think we only world edited. Well, first off, you can't world edit at angles because, well, look at all these angles here. This would take forever. But I believe we did world edit to fill in a log pillar every once in a while, and we did massive square chunks if we could. But most of the world edit was just used for clearing the land. Most of the other stuff was just placing blocks by hand, because that's the whole point. We can't fully world edit it. We have to build most of it by hand. And the lighthouse is entirely built by hand. None of that was done. This is the first part of the Citadel that was completed, was the lighthouse part. Basically, because why not? We had a ship out here on the server, but it was removed. I believe we still have chunk errors like this around. Yeah, so I don't know what happened there, but the chunk clearly didn't fully fill in or something. So there's chunk errors all over the place. So yeah, by chunk errors I mean there's either gaping hole or it doesn't collide pretty well. Like right here, we fixed that sort of issue in some areas. Hold on, let me take you to one of them we worked on. So we basically flattened all this out, but as you can see, we're not done. So there's a big old hill here. We're trying to make it like a hill or a slope, instead of just straight vertical cut like this. This is probably all just going to be flattened down to the ocean and wiped out. And we've done that in a few spots around the Citadel so far. Basically, there was an issue with Realm Worlds in porting them over, in which chunks would delete themselves. But in this case, the chunk that the Citadel was on was placed in the chunk the realm was on. So in that case, the thing had stuff like this happen, where you get the slicing effect happening. So we just go around and fix it, basically. I can easily fix this real quick. Hold on, let's do this real quick. So if I just reset that, it might work. And there's issues like this where the water just doesn't want to work at all. And it's going to be annoying, so I have to do every block manually. What if I place ice blocks and melt them, would they work? No, but we can use the ice to basically... Hold on, I have glowstone, I believe. Yeah, that will work. Place some glowstone every so often, that will fill in that gap at least. Yeah, warm up the ice. Melt it. Should fix that. Either I use ice or just place water, and sometimes it will fix itself, but there you go, that water issue's fixed for now at least. But yeah, this is the, whoa, I did not realize that happened. Wait, what the heck? Did you try to spawn a sea temple? Oh my gosh, this is so weird. It is a sea temple, that's for sure, but it's like it was part of the citadel and it spawned off of it? Okay, yeah, that will have to be fixed. I don't think it was part of the citadel because... No, I think the chunk tried to fix itself and it like just pushed it all upwards. And that clearly didn't work. Flood all of this. We haven't fully gone around the area and fixed all this yet. See, it doesn't like want to fill in for some reason. So we'll just do this, basically. Eventually that will melt. really wish the water would just fix itself, but it doesn't. Like how I'm just fixing water this video. And just come back to that. Screw it. There's still issues around here with the chunks. Ow, I'm hitting my mic. Ugh. I don't even know what time I started this video because I completely forgot to check the time. Either way, chunk errors, blah blah blah. Citadel is now here. And there's a bunch of mountains here now because of the Citadel. Monorail track. Airship that I built. Or I think it came from this. Did it come from this server? I'm not entirely sure about that. Don't go home. City that I explained in the last video. I'm gonna check the time real quick because I forgot. That was the wrong button. Wow. Okay, we still got plenty of time. Alright, let's explain some of the bigger projects. So, as you know, I have the internet... daytime, please, for the love of God. This is why I don't build... I don't like the nighttime. Because... Where is it? Day. 2 daylight cycle. False. Go away. This is why we mostly you have commands, so we can like actually see what we're doing and not having to sleep every 2 seconds. So this is the International Space Station. It's a skyblock map from like 1.6 or I don't know. I honestly don't remember. It has stained glass and it's so old. Yeah, it's so old that I don't even remember what it was from. Yeah, so smooth quartz definitely probably wasn't a thing because this is just blocks of quartz. I believe there is no smooth quartz on this, so it's probably before smooth quartz, maybe, I don't know, unless we modified it. This is the top of the tree. It basically is, again, just a giant tree that I built because I like Natura's giant mega red spruce trees, redwood trees, there we go, redwood trees from Natura. Now over here we have the exact same thing, but this was the Isles of Stony map, which is the most recent version that is over here, and we have the entire map here in the command room, which needs to be removed. But yeah, we have the Isles of Stony map here, but this is just a copy just sitting here in the server for no reason. So we have the entire like updated version, I believe, with the Darks Island geodes everywhere. We have the new geode island, a way to connect to the boat. The geode completely right there. But yeah, that's just sitting here. Here, I'll show you what the bigger chunk errors is basically. So these exist randomly in the world now, but basically it happened because the world was ported to the realm. When it was ported over, it couldn't detect a chunk unless you had built in the chunk, which honestly, the importing tool does not want to fix. I'm talking about you, Admist. Basically, Admist doesn't work for realm worlds, basically, anymore. It used to just do it, but now they're like, oh, yeah, you have to place a block in the chunk and then export your world, but do you know how many bloody chunks is like this that I've just never been to? Like, I've never been to this area of the world, and it's like, yeah, port your chunks over. What, am I supposed to go throughout the entire void around the entire world, just load up billions of chunks and place random blocks in it? Like, here, let me just go randomly out in the wild and place a block. Yeah, like, thanks. Thanks for wrecking my world. So the only way to do this is then to load the world back into Admist and delete the chunk and go back into it again and keep doing that for each and every chunk in the world after the chunk has been created like that. And also, the Admis program didn't even fix like the update chunks. So we have these areas where it's supposed to be deep slate and it's just bedrock, which is just great. Thanks. Yeah, great world editing programs for bedrock. I swear, no world editing program fully works for exporting and importing a world at all. Nobody will create like some actual software that just works. There used to be one forever ago, but it only works for 1.12 worlds. This is 1.19 or 1.18 we're on now. And it's like all these old programs just don't work anymore. And that's what's wrong with the Minecraft community in general, is what I think, is that mods are just go out a day and then nobody does anything to fix them. And it's like, oh, this is copyrighted, so you can't fix this mod and do that. Like with Galactic Craft. Now, Galactic Craft got fully rebuilt by hand, which thank God that happened, because Galactic Craft was like 1.12 and we're like on 1.19. There's still no Galactic Craft update, and then somebody was like, "Oh, screw it, I'm gonna do it," and then they did it all by hand and created their own version, and it works. And it's like nobody wants to go update these mods or these editing programs, and we just get issues like this that are just plaguing the game, and it's like, what, seriously? So yeah, there's a bunch of chunk errors everywhere like that. Now this island was important, as you can see, with the blocks just being placed all over the damn area to just export an island, by the way. Yeah, this is a new survival series we started doing in which we do it legitly. And, actually, is it legit, or do we have random tick? No, we do have cheats on this area. But on a different world, we started doing a new world, basically, because everything was built. So we went to this world and started doing this, and I just had to move my mic. Ow. Yeah, this is the new world, and we just ported over to the realm because we didn't want to keep switching worlds. So now this is here, this big island that just exists. It's got a bunch of issues like always, but yeah. And I managed to save some sea temples by just importing it almost to it. But yeah, there's another one. I have a bunch out in this ocean area out here. Well, this was this it? No. That's the boat dock that connects back to the town. Um, where is it? Here, right here. This used to be my coworker's base right here, but then we removed all of it and brought it over to my area. But that tunnel that was right there or whatever, hold on, right, I can't even see it. Right there. That road goes all the way through tunnels and stuff, and then we'll just connect to this part right here. So that's where that goes, basically. Now, let's go to what I imported over for my friend real quick. And we'll talk about this thing in the next episode. So underneath in his house, we have like a little jump thing right here. But down here, we have the project we've been working. So in Minecraft, if anybody is familiar, there are people who are building Star Trek enterprises and classes, and somebody built the Sovereign class, Enterprise E, Sovereign class, and that's where we are now. Now, we don't have the texture pack because it's Bedrock, but we managed to replay. I've been slowly changing out the entire thing to actual blocks. I mean, there's some weird blocks still here and here, but this is using specs textures, so we have like concrete now. So we don't have any of the textures for the doors and stuff, but as you can see, we have the entire Sovereign class Enterprise E ship just here in the world, 1-to-1 scale, I believe, is what it is. But this, I give credit to the original team, by the way. I'm just switching out the blocks, basically, with mass replace commands.
So yeah, we have the entire ship here, and you can't really see it on here. If I did a video on the PC, I could show you the whole ship, but I seriously good. I think big credit for the Star Trek team. Thank you for building this for us and like giving it away. I've been going through it. I've just been switching out the entire color scheme. So like stone got replaced with like gray concrete here and there, I believe. I still have a few pieces to fix and a few things to go through and check to make sure that was how they did it. Because like here, there's like a bunch of stairs, and I'm not sure if these stairs are supposed to be facing that way or whatnot. I'm pretty sure that is how it is though, because the stairs are facing the opposite way. So I'm assuming that's how that works. But we don't know what rooms are which. We know certain rooms based on pictures and stuff based on the TV show, but we know where the bridge is in certain rooms. But yeah, as you can see, the entire ship is just here. So this is a sovereign class, as you can see, but this will be a better image up here if I fly to the front of it. We'll do an interior thing for the inside, so there's the sovereign like thing for you to see it. But yeah, it's the Sovereign class Enterprise E. I can head to the ditch, and then I'm going to end the video, and then on Randomness Part 5, I'm going to go into it and show you what we've all done to basically make it our realm compatible. But again, massive credits to the Star Trek team who have been building these things. These are just really cool. Is it upside down? I'm not entirely. No, Enterprise. Is it upside? What the heck? Is it upside down or invert? Oh, I think it's inverted. No, USS Enterprise. It's like mirrored. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why that happened. Maybe it's because I moved the ship when importing it. But yeah, the sign's all backwards. That's funny. Yeah. But yeah, we'll do that in the episode 5. We'll go in and I'll show you what I've done to the importing, basically changing it. But yes, again, this is not my original build at all. We just imported it to the realm, and it looked really weird because all the blocks were like pink wool and random blocks because texture packs change certain textures to a different thing. But we don't have the texture pack because it's not on Bedrock. So we've been just improvising and replacing blocks with certain blocks that we felt would go right there. So yeah, and this was built like a really long time ago, so they didn't have like certain blocks like deep slate, I believe. Yeah, because we have deep slate here now for the doors. But yeah, this has been Minecraft Realm Randomness Episode 4. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and continue watching. Thank you for watching. I've been Lord Scara, aka Zach, and I hope to see you again. Goodbye.